Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make a Valentine's Day heart puzzle using Tinkercad. Let's get right into it. The first thing that we'll have to do is go back to Tinkercad and create a new design. Once we're in, we'll drag in a heart shape. We'll click on the white box in the corner and we'll set the size of our heart to 100 by 100. And we'll set the height to 3. I'm also going to change the color of my heart to light pink. Next, I'm going to drag in some text. I'm going to change the language to sans, and then we can edit the text by clicking up here and writing in our new text. Once we have our text in, we can click in one of the boxes here, and by holding Shift, we can set it so that it scales, changing the height and width together rather than separately. I'm also going to add in a couple of spaces so I can move my text up here a little bit. Next, I'll copy and paste this text, move it down, and I'll change it to something else. Once then, again, copy and paste, move it down, and there we go. To make sure that everything is lined up nicely, I'm going to select everything. I'm going to use the Align tool and line them up with the center of the heart, like so. I think I'll also move my text around a little bit by clicking on it and just moving it until I think it looks nice. I think that looks good. Next, I'm just going to add in a little bit of decorations. I'm going to drag in this star. I'll click on the corner while holding Shift to drag it to make it a little bit smaller. I'll put that right there. And let's drag in some more hearts as well. I'm going to change the color of these to orange, purple. I think purple looks good. I'll click on the corner and drag these in until they're the right size. I'll move this over here and rotate it a little bit. I'm going to copy that heart and I'll change that to look like this. I think that looks good. We have a good base for our puzzle. Next, we can turn this from a solid object into a puzzle. So in order to turn our puzzle from something like this into a puzzle, the first thing that we'll have to do is select everything and group it all together, like so. Then we're going to drag in a box-shaped hole. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the length of this box to 10. I'm going to change the width to 0.5. And I'll leave the height at 20. Next, I'm going to copy this. You can either copy by clicking the button on the upper left-hand side, or you can hit Control-C. And then I will duplicate this object by hitting Control-D, or this button 2 over from copy. This creates a duplicate object directly below our original. Then I'm going to change the scaling of our snap grid to 5 millimeters. I'll hit the down arrow key twice, 3 times, 4 times, and now we have that copied box down here. Next, I'll drag this arrow, and I'm going to rotate this by 90 degrees exactly. It's important that you rotate it by exactly 90 degrees, otherwise this won't work well. Now we have the 2 bases that we'll be using to make our puzzle. In order to make our puzzle, what I'll be doing is I'll be selecting one of these boxes. I'll hit Control, Copy, and then duplicate, and then I'll use the arrow keys to navigate each piece into position. I'll copy the next one, duplicate it, and use the arrow keys to move it into position like so. By using the 5mm snap grid and the arrow keys for movement, you can precisely control where each piece will end up. I'm going to stop talking and focus on making this puzzle. I'll speed up the video a little bit, but when we're done, we will have a puzzle ready to export and 3D print. Once you've finished making your puzzle, you can click and drag to select everything and turn it into one group. The hole-shaped pieces will be removed from your design, and you will be left with a puzzle, like so. Then you can simply export your puzzle as an STL and load it into your slicer for printing. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see my original design, a link to it on Thingiverse will be in the description of the video. Have a great day and have a happy Valentine's Day.